few things I want to cover today is I've got one idea I'm debating putting on the shop page, and I'm not certain if I want it or not. So when you click on the shop page, right now it just drops you to all the PCs, and we've got a lot of people that are don't like last gen stuff. It scares them. So I'm debating giving it so when they land, it gives them two little boxes, and it'll just literally be two boxes like this. One will say last gen, one will say current gen, and it'll say underneath right here, it'll have a sentence that'll say more performance out of the box but harder to upgrade, and this one will say slightly less performance but easier to upgrade in the future. And then there'll be a little picture of a PC here looking beautiful.
So you're talking about doing the new section.
So this will be when they click on the shop page on the site.
Yeah.
It'll bring them to this page
what if
here.
It's a mom or a dad who don't know.
So there's another thing that just says underneath it just says
I don't know.
It just says all desktops.
I would make the all desktops a little bigger.
We'll have it all. What you can also do is this is on the shop page, so if they just scroll, it'll just scroll and all the PCs will be there.
Yeah.
So it'll be on the shop page.
Okay.
And most people that are shopping, they're not just looking I want to know which one to get for my kid. Their kid's the one that figures it out and then tells them, Mom, this is what I want. So that's the big thing. So I'm debating having this on the page, and then the PCs will start
But what do you mean by
being
current
shown.
gen? Are you saying the newer stuff?
Yeah, you know how we have some stuff that's
Nova?
previous generation, and then some stuff like the Nova and the Wraith and the Horizon and stuff like that. And then we've got the Onyx, which is last gen but powerful, and then the Ultimate's current gen and powerful but not quite the same, not quite as much and then there's the Master and things like that, how it's last gen and current gen. Because we have a lot of people that have questions that or a lot of people are thrown off the first thing they see is the Hyper, which is last gen stuff, and some people don't like it. So this'll let them go there and see, so the people that don't want last gen, they can just say, I just want current gen, and they click that and it'll only show them the current gen stuff. Okay. Or people can click last gen, it'll show them some of the last gen, or they can just scroll. I'm thinking about adding that. Do you think that's good? Do you have any reason for me not to add that?
I would say, so basically, having the last gen stuff the Hyper you're saying is scaring them, which I have personally seen as well.
Yeah, some people just don't like it.
They don't like it. But if they aren't willing to or able to or they're not going to scroll, another couple of scrolls past the Hyper to where they can see the Nova and Wraith and all that, then I don't know. I don't think having an extra button would really do that much if they're not going to scroll anyways.
Yeah, I don't know if it pretty much makes it so the first thing they see is what they base a lot of their opinion on. So if that's the first thing they see and that's not what they want, they immediately have a bad feeling. So they'll continue to scroll, but they immediately have just not as good of a feeling. So that's why I think this will be good.
I guess it wouldn't hurt as long as it's on the shop page and they can just because that's what I hate is when you have to go through a bunch of bullshit steps just to see what a company...
see a product. I know, and that's what I don't want. And that's why I have it on the shop page
and skip the two buttons if you're the type of person like me that I don't.
That's why they can just click all desktops and immediately see everything, or they can just literally scroll.
Yeah.
And
that'll work.
I think this will be good. Which I have it designed up, which I'll show you guys the actual design. I think that'll be good. And that's kind of my thoughts, but I wanted to see if you had any sort of rebuttal, but that's good then. So then we'll do this. This has a pass. All right, the next thing is we have a ton of me and Chuck have a ton of ideas with content creation stuff, a ton. And what's hindering it is he has so much stuff he has to do during what? Yeah, I have it all saved. Everything written down. That's not the issue.
Somebody to actually dedicate.
Here, let me finish saying it. So I want Chuck to be in charge of all of our social media stuff, constantly posting stuff, constantly getting videos, getting stuff edited, everything. I just ordered a nice GoPro and a bunch of gimbals and stuff like that, both for the stream and just for recording videos, whether it's vlogs or review videos of PCs, anything like that. So I want him to really focus on that. I want him to have pretty much all of his time dedicated to that. But the thing I need to do then is I need to get someone else handling messages, calls, which he doesn't really do many calls, but messages, the occasional calls, Facebook, Instagram, that's the main thing that's holding him back. So it might not be a bad idea to get a full-time customer service agent that I think it could work out well because we could also have them on live chat throughout the day then, and then we can have it so they're that may end up in the end getting us more sales anyway. If we get one extra sale a day because we have someone sitting on live chat, it's worth having that person sitting there, let alone everyone on Instagram getting responses faster, calls getting handled quicker. It'll take the calls off of you and me, and then we'll still be there in the background if for somehow they can't do it, me, you, and Carl can still answer the calls if they're on a call for a while. We'll train them to be able to handle a lot of the diagnosing and issues. They'll be in charge of handling a lot of that stuff,
Would
so
you
it's
put
not all
someone
on
new,
you.
Or are you just gonna take somebody from?
That's the question is what?
We would need someone who we're gonna need someone who's trained. Like
yeah, and you'd have to train them, like on some of that stuff. There's
I
not
think Chad with the
enough.
right training would be
I think
fine.
Chad with the right training would be fine.
Yeah.
I think he would be fine. I think he just needs to be trained well, and I think he would be fine.
He already learns.
And he knows, he knows everything with our computers. He's been here the second longest. I wouldn't mind upgrading him. I think he might work well. I'm trying to determine if it's worth it right now, because we really want to get our sales higher up before we bring another person in.
Why don't you just have him do both?
Well, if you want him to do the content creation,
Which is what's going to bring up sales. You kind of got to take the risk.
And you're going to have to do it.
Right now we have Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter just not even
fucking
touching.
it's just slacked on.
Yeah.
YouTube we're going to need to do. I really want a ton of videos of gameplay.
Yeah.
I'm going to give it a try, and if worst comes to worst after a month and it's like I just feel like it's not worth it, I can always cut it.
Yeah.
But I don't foresee that happening, but I can. It's not like I'm locked in for 2 years. So I could always cut it back. So we might do that. I may try to start that probably next week. I'll talk to Chad, see how he's feeling, and see if that's something he's interested in, and then we can kind of go for there. And like I said, I'm even having someone on live chat. Now we can have Chuck on that and someone else on live chat. So if the extra, not too much a day, if that gets us one extra sale a day, it'll be worth it. Let alone if it gets us like
someone looking at our shit and getting a response, then
exactly
either guessing on a ticket or
and then we had a couple bad reviews because we haven't been able to check tickets, and so people have been like, oh, I messaged them and like I never got a response, but it's like we're like, hey, just like call us, like we're always in front of there, like you can email us, like do anything, but like the ticket system is the one thing we don't check, which it's like that's our problem because we have it on the website where they can put a ticket, so that's our thing. The other thing is vlog style content. Chuck needs to get a lot of B-roll. I'll show you what B-roll is. I want to think of a few different ideas we can do that where Chuck can film this kind of stuff and be able to get this style of content. And so I want to kind of come up with ideas that you guys see throughout the day that may work. Dude, my Wi-Fi's so bad up here. Oh my god.
Like A-roll is like watching a video normally where they're talking, and B-roll is like the in-between slow shots of like just shit
stuff,
passing.
main stuff.
Yeah, the B-roll is just like kind of like action shots of PCs in the background. Well, I'm waiting for this to load and pulling it up. What can we do to make
shots of like the warehouse or something of all the parts?
Yeah, like
that's not your main content that you're doing.
But it's just thrown in there to make it more entertaining to watch.
And we can film a lot of it fast.
Yeah. So while I'm waiting here, let me.
Or do like a palette of parts on.
Like I'll see if this will show. And I showed Chuck it. It's like the Gymshark. They have really good like examples of how they make their vlogs.
Oh, the warehouse. I know what you're
like
talking
there's
about.
just a bunch of videos. I'm literally clicking a random video. I just gotta wait for it to load. But that's one thing I want to do. So literally just like those B-roll shots. Like it could be me working where it's kind of like a slow-mo. A ton of the B-roll is going to be in slow-mo, like pretty much all of it.
Yeah, most of it.
And so it can be like me working and like just like a slow-mo of it like fading. Like we can literally use me working and like different shit at my desk for so much B-roll.
The only thing we forgot is if there's a cheap slider on Amazon.
We can look into a cheap slider. Again, that's like right now I wanted to get the essentials.
Yeah.
So like here we'll start and you can see like the like this is all B-roll. Like this is all B-roll. The quality is not good. I'm not going to try to turn it up. Like this is literally all B-roll of just different stuff being recorded.
Oh, I saw this one.
I haven't seen this.
So it really depends on what the main.
And then this is A-roll.
Yeah. So it depends on what the specific piece of content is that you're shooting. But you could do stuff where like maybe catch someone playing VR racing, catch some of the parts.
We want a lot of like cool things of builders, cool things of like a couple things of parts, like even having someone like film like a slow mo of like this for a second, like as we're talking, like me talking and going like that. It looks super cool in slow motion. But that's the kind of stuff, like that was a really good sample of B-roll. I'll see if I can get any other pretty quickly.
Or even if we do like another
So,
version
like,
of this, I can sit
what-
out and
yeah.
just film the second
What about
version.
like Ethan doing work? I mean, his office is kind of a shit show. But other
Maybe
than
get
that,
some like when
you
I'm
guys just
working on
have to
all
keep it
one or
clean.
something.
yeah, him wearing an all-in,
Work on computers.
different stuff with like cool things with stickers. Like you can even get me like holding a sticker like that for like
Or,
a
like,
2-second clip.
taking like the flap of like all of them and like doing it in the camera.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
So
just-
there's a ton of stuff.
you
So
can-
I just wanted to real quick touch on if there was anything anyone wanted to mention there.
Yeah.
But we all kind of know it'll just come down to you seeing stuff and recording it. All right,
When
the
I have
final.
the free time to like think of random.
Yeah, and now you'll be that's why it'll be good having you up here. And yeah, that'll work good for your little like corner that you can sit at with your standing desk and look beautiful. I'm not even gonna give you a stool because I'm making your ass stand so you don't try to sit. Yeah, probably. Yeah, that'll be a good kind of little crevice. Because that'll keep it away from everything, so we can still use all this area for recording stuff.
And then people won't be like, oh, what are you filming? Like in the middle of trying to film.
Yeah, we'll just have to let like no one up here, especially Alex. So, all right. The last thing is there any quick ideas we can come up with? There's something about the build area, like it works, but there's something about it that just is not efficient and like needs help and doesn't look good without. Hold on. Without spending a ton of money, what can we like improve?
Oh, it's easy. Without spending any money.
Without spending any money is even better.
Without spending any money, all the keyboards need to be, maybe spending a little bit of money, getting those Velcro ties, getting a shit ton of those again.
And just getting those.
Getting all the keyboards and mice set up on each and every station so that they are dedicated to that station. They got like some stations where like it's literally just a keyboard and mouse. They're not tied together.
Do they clean before they leave?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not tied together. They're not. The cables are everywhere, so it makes the station immediately right from the morning messy.
Yeah.
And then that just turns everything to shit. Yeah. So we
need
to
you're saying more cleanliness.
Basically, we need to get me in there to like do all the cable management.
When they're building, do they go from one area and then to another area to grab stuff, or do they just go to like
They're supposed to go and kind of go through and grab everything, and then they go to their area and they build it. So they grab all the parts, whatever. They grab the build note, grab all the parts. They have the box there. They put it in the first box there, and then have the build note on top. Take the first box to the warehouse to the packing area.
I think the
double
actual
box it. And we have our new thing coming in about 2 weeks. This thing from Sealed Air. I don't think you even know about that. We have a machine we ordered that creates the Instapacks. So we can just in the box rather than all the packing stuff. We literally have one Instapack thing down. Set the smaller box, the PC box in there. The phone kind of expands around the sides. Nice. Set another one on the top. It kind of expands around the sides and just close it.
Okay.
And it'll cost a little bit more, but dude, if FedEx still fucks stuff up after that, I'm literally suing.
Yeah.
Because that's going to be so well packed.
Yeah. But, no, so the building, testing, and packing of all the PCs, I don't think is a problem.
Okay.
It's not that process necessarily itself. It's the tools you use for that process.
Okay.
They're such a mess that, where those tools are placed, if you have two monitors that are overlapping each other, then you're going to have two stations that are going to overlap each other, and that's just a fucking clusterfuck of wires. Mm-hmm. You want dedicated keyboards, dedicated stations, dedicated clean set stations for each PC. Okay. You want to give yourself room for each station, They basically, we just need to do some wire talking.
You just need to go through and wire talk.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at Alex, like even Alex's station, like just today, he has a bunch of keyboard wires and all that. If we literally took a 2-set zip tie and cleaned up that keyboard.
Okay, we'll order some Velcro ties.
Yeah.
Do you want to like Chuck, put on your calendar, find some that are cheap and order them?
I think that would
Ethan might know the cheap ones. Remember we used to get those ones off eBay, those Velcro ties off eBay that were like, it was like $10 for like 100 pack.
We used to get some real cheap ones, so we went to Amazon. We could probably find some.
I haven't been buying any Velcro ties in a long time.
Yeah.
All right, we'll find that. We'll see how that improves it, and then with the stuff I currently have set up for Alex, where I tell him it has to be clean or he gets like punished. Mm-hmm. So with that, then with having that tied up, will make it easier for them. They have the containers.
Just make it so he's the one who has to do it.
Yeah, that's the thing, is he's the one that has to do it, and if he doesn't,
and just every day at the end of the day, just check him out. Just spend like 2 minutes, go over there, check it out.
That's what I'll do.
That's all you're gonna do.
Okay. What did you have to say? And then we're wrapping it up.
We had like, I mean, I'm sure you guys already know, but it's like the sticky, it's like a zip tie anchor. So we put like a few anchors around the desk. It's like a little flat sticky part, and then has a ring. So you stick it and then put the cord and zip tie it to the anchor.
It's an anchor, and then you use a separate zip tie.
You can feed it around like a back area pretty nicely.
That may not be a bad idea.
They're pretty cheap.
I don't know, eventually, like once we get to a certain sales number, which I'm hoping to hit soon, this content creation should be good, as well as then me just putting more effort into marketing should help a lot. That way when people they'll hear about us through me, and then your content creation that you do and creating a lot of videos of gameplay and things like that, and posts on Instagram and just stuff to build confidence, that'll go then, and after they hear about us, that'll make them more confident and end up purchasing. And then that should put together help it launch pretty good.
The last quick thing for build area that I think is an issue is like inconsistency with parts, or not parts, but tools. So ask each builder, do you have all the tools you need, or do you end up walking over to Chad's to borrow
Like, what do
his
they use? Like,
screwdriver?
flat
Just
Why
screwdriver.
don't they
Some
just have
people
like a
need like a hex
dedicated
screw or a
cup
flathead, then
to
they have
their
to like borrow
tools?
it from another builder. If they
Yeah, then I know everyone
so
has a
then they're like
screwdriver. I'll
playing
talk to
musical
them then.
tools to, you know, try
We'll
to
go
That's
double
one
check
thing.
Do
with
their
them.
tools just lay all over the desk, or do they have?
They
like,
have to.
something?
They have a bin. I bought them bins so they
Okay.
can put them in the bins at the end of the day when they're
So
not using
each,
it.
Each
builder
section
should
has,
have a bin.
Okay.
We'll go double check. I also bought 7 garbage cans, so they each had a garbage can too. But I think like 3 of them are in the warehouse full right now.
Well,
they fill up fast.
They should stay on top of like
Yeah.
taking it out.
Yeah. Okay.
Just make sure at the end of
I
the
think
day,
We'll talk
all the
to 'em.
garbage cans are
I think
empty.
the biggest issue with either losing tools, mixing up tools, mixing up where your garbage cans are at, mixing up the entire build area, is we're constantly changing our staff.
Mm-hmm.
So, people are having to
The
relearn
new guys
it,
have to like relearn it.
and there's going to be a period
Just Alex
of
needs
even
to stay
when
on
they,
top of it.
Yeah.
well, no, we're just changing our staff. So even when we get a new guy in and he knows what to do, he's still gonna make the mistake of leaving his screwdriver somewhere, then it gets lost. So it's like it's just changing staff. We're gonna have issues of.
Well,
It's just
it
Alex
comes
has
down
to
to
enforce
talking
it.
to Alex and making sure he's more on top of it, because he'll be the one
Yeah.
that has to see it, and then he'll fix it, and then tell them, hey, make sure you don't do that
It
tomorrow.
does just come down to Alex.
So it'll come down to Alex. So I'll talk to all of them, including Alex. I'll see how the stations are looking, and I'll be more strict with him on like if he doesn't clean it, he does get his punishment. Because there've been a couple days where he didn't clean it, and I didn't stick true to it, so I'll have to just stay true to it.
Yeah.
But okay, that's everything I wanted to talk about. That's it. Let's get back to working and keep going.
Awesome.
Perfect.